Hello and welcome to Crossing Bridges. Today I'm very fortunate and lucky to be seated between two outstanding artists coming from two different parts of the world. To my right, a very lovely, attractive, and outstanding international pianist, Yin Huang Acevedo. And to my left, from Persia, all the way from Persia, an outstanding performer, Kurosh Dagavi. Today you'll have an opportunity to hear both of them. I'll talk to both for you to understand a little bit about their background, and then I'm going to ask you to sit back and truly enjoy an outstanding afternoon of listening to two outstanding performers. To my right is Yin Huang Acevedo. She began her piano career at the age of 10 with Lily Chow in Taiwan, who was well renowned in her own country, and she began immediately to be recognized. And at a young age, she started performing with the Chinese orchestra, and she traveled in various parts of China performing with various outstanding orchestras. Then she came to the United States, and ever since she has been renowned, acclaimed artist, well respected. The highlight of her career was she performed with William Warfield, an outstanding world-renowned opera star. And at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce and welcome Yin Huang Acevedo. Yin, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you.
It's my honor to be here.
Thank you so much. Also to my left is an outstanding, and I mean outstanding, performer and artist who comes directly from Persia. And if you have not heard the setar that he's going to be performing, you are in for a treat. And Kurosh, thank you very much for coming to the show.
Pleasure to be here.
It's an honor to have you.
My pleasure.
If you'd be so kind, why don't we begin the show with you? I have listened to your performances many times. You have honored us at so many events, and you have performed not only, as I indicated, internationally, but also you have honored a number of young students by becoming the teacher for the future. And many of your students, through the Acevedo Music Art Education Foundation, have become acclaimed. They have gone to become successful, and also, you are very gracious, very kind, because you really teach these young people the dynamics of what they need to learn, because someone was very influential in your life, and they say something to you that prompted you to become who you are today. And who was that?
Was my father. He was most influential in my life and toward direct to the music study. And he always told me, you have to be dedicated and work diligently, of course never give up, in order to be a successful musician.
Well, I know he was a wonderful influence in your career and your life, and the
Yes.
result is evidenced by your performance. So if you'd be so kind, why don't we begin for you to honor us with your outstanding musical performance, please. So
Yes.
there's a piano. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce once again international pianist Yin Huang Acevedo. Kurosh, before I have the pleasure of asking you to perform for the viewing audience and especially for us, if you'd be so kind, tell us the difference between the instrument that you're going to be performing with and the instrument that we call sitar.
Sitar.
Sitar, please.
Yes. Most Western audiences are familiar with the Indian instrument sitar, due to a great master musician that everybody knows, Ravi Shankar.
Yes, yes.
This instrument is actually the ancestor of Indian sitar. This is called setar, S-E-T-A-R, as opposed to S-I-T-A-R, that sitar is. So that's the basic difference between these two instruments. Physically and melodically and musically speaking, I leave the explanation of sitar to wonderful Indian musicians that you will have on your show later. This instrument has 4 strings and 25 frets. The range of this instrument is about 2.5 octave, and it's traditionally plucked with the tip of your fingernail, and later on in the past 20-30 years or so, different techniques have been introduced to the instrument, so we use all 5 fingers of the right hand to play it.
The knowledge of the instrument that each performer uses for his or her talent is very imperative, as you have just expanded on. Because without really knowing what instrument, what it is, and how to utilize it, you are not going to be able to share your feeling and emotion. Am I right?
Absolutely.
And you did a marvelous job by expanding on that. What prompted you to use this type of instrument versus piano like Mrs. Acevedo or any other instrument?
It's a bit of a strange story, actually. When I first migrated to the U.S. in 1984, like many other Iranians who migrated at the time, I came here, or I was sent here by my parents to become a doctor.
Okay.
And I just had to disappoint my mother one more time and not continue that path. But all kiddings aside, I knew that wasn't my path, as wonderful as it might be, and I was searching for a path that I would be comfortable in, and it would show me what I need to do in life. And I had the pleasure of going to a very rare Persian classical music concert in Los Angeles in 1987, I'm sorry, when 2 of my now teachers and masters performed in Los Angeles. They had just left Iran like a few months before, and it was a very rare occasion to have those 2 great masters perform in the Western world. And I walked into the auditorium. I was familiar with their music and who they were, but I never thought that would happen to me. And I walked into the auditorium, they started playing music, and the second the finger hit the string, I knew that was something that moved my entire soul and body. And from then on, I decided that's what I want to dedicate my life to. And
well, I'm glad you did, because one of the most important interpretation of life is, what is it that makes you happy? Success is not defined on money or wealth. Success is defined on happiness first. Absolutely. And I'm sure people who are going to be listening to you are going to be also very successful today, because you are going to make each and every one listening to you a very happy person today.
I sure hope so.
So if you'd be so kind, why don't we begin with one of your wonderful renditions of your own performance, please.
Let me just explain very quickly what it is that you're about to hear. Persian classical music, for those of you who are more familiar with musical theory, it's a modal system. So the music is based on set melodies that you have memorized in the past as a student. And the goal is to, after memorizing those melodies, to internalize those, destroy them, and recreate them with your interpretation of those melodies. And these melodies, and whatever rhythm you choose at any given moment, can be influenced by your love of literature, poetry, or anything that might move you. In this case, your music and your playing just a few minutes ago. So what I'm about to play, it's a mode called Bayat Turk, and I will improvise in that, and hopefully it will be something that you all would enjoy, and if not, I beg for your forgiveness.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Khurosh Taghabi. I can predict the next Shankar of Iran is going to be Kurosh. You did an outstanding job,
Thank
and I
you.
know everything that you just did today was feeling and was wonderful. Why don't we end the show with your performance, please? We only have a few minutes, but I want to thank you so much for taking time to being on the show. Hope
My
I have the
pleasure.
pleasure once again. Ms. Acevedo, it was a pleasure always to see you, and thank you very much for your outstanding performance.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, we will end with Kurosh once again, please.
Thank you. Let me just explain something very quickly. It's very difficult to change moods and play something else, so I play something very short
Please.
in Esfahan for you.
Okay.